Hi YouTube, today I'm going to show you how to remove the blackout blinds from a Velux window. So the reason that I am taking these Velux blinds off of the window is because there is a product recall on the glass, and Velux are actually coming and replacing all of the glass in 5 windows in this house for free, which is very nice of them. Because there is a problem with certain panes where, particularly in cold weather, the inner sheet of glass can spontaneously shatter. So they're coming and replacing all of the glass at no cost, but before the installers arrive, they wanted the blinds removed. When I looked on YouTube, I couldn't find a decent video explaining how to actually get these off, so I decided to make one. The only tool that you need for this is a screwdriver with a Torx head. This one is an actual Velux one, and it came with the blinds when we bought them. So I've kept this since the blinds were put in, and I managed to find it again. Now I've come to take them out. So I'm going to show you the process, how to actually get them out. So the first thing we need to do is to take these strips off the sides of the blind, and they are held with screws into the side down here. I have to apologise for if I'm in the way at any point, but the alcove this window is in is literally the same width as the window, so there's not a lot of room. So we're just removing these screws. So in this case there's 3 on each side, and I've got a little plastic tub here that I'm just putting all the pieces in, ready for when I refit. And then at the bottom end there is a little plastic clip which is held by another little screw, which you need to take out. So we just undo the screw in that little plastic block, and then that releases this piece of aluminium, and you can unhook the little plastic clip and the cable, and then with this loose you just slide it down and that comes off. And do the same the other side. Okay, now this is the tricky bit, and is the bit that I couldn't find any decent information on. So the thing itself is now just a cassette which is clipped in to either side of the window frame, and the thing that you need to know is that you need to take it off on, as you're standing looking like I am now, left hand side and right hand side. So yeah, I'm looking into sort of up at the top of the window. This side is the side you need to take off first, and I'll show you why when you can see the actual clips. But what you need to do is get your fingers in between the glass and the cassette, and you basically just have to work it, and it takes quite a lot of force. There we go. So hopefully you saw there, I kind of, in between there and then in between at the top of this edge. Because how these actually work is it goes on one side, then it clips in the other side. They're dead easy to put in, but releasing them is a bit tricky. And obviously if you didn't know which one to do first, if you were trying it on this side, you'd never get anywhere because it hasn't got the slot. So I'll just show you. The left hand side one is solid with one hole, and the one the other side has got the slot in, which is why you need to get hold of it on this side and kind of twist it and work it out of that first, because that's how they come apart. So that's how you remove one of these Velux window blinds from what is, I think, probably an older window. So hopefully this is helpful if you've encountered the same problem where you try and take one of these off. And to be honest, I've done one of these before I made the video, and it took me nearly half an hour, if not longer, working it, trying to get the damn thing off because I didn't know how it actually came apart. And the information that I could find online was so scarce, it was really difficult to find anything, which is why I've made this video. Because the video that you find is a Velux one, and it just shows a bloke who walks up to a window, takes off the two side pieces, gets hold of it, and it just pops off, which isn't quite how it actually is. You have to be a little bit brave to put enough pressure on it to actually get it to unclip. But once you do it, they're not difficult. Once you've done the first one, you realise how easy it is, and you just have to click it in the right way. So yeah, so I hope that this has been a useful video for somebody. The windows, in case you're interested, the recall, I'm making this video in 2021 in June, so at the minute it is still a thing. I'll put some information in the description below, but essentially there are certain window panes which are subject to a recall from Velux, and they will arrange to come and replace them free of charge, even if they're outside the 10-year warranty. Basically what happens is there are certain panes which they have identified they can just spontaneously blow up, and the inner sheet of glass explodes. One of ours has done that. The other four haven't, but you can go on the Velux website, and I'll put a link below to the actual page, and there is a checker. So what you can do is you can actually take the codes off of the window, and I'll show you in a second which codes you need, and input them in, and it does a thing, and it will check whether your window panes are subject to this particular thing. If they are, you then go through, there's a page on there, it takes you on a link on the results page to arrange to have them replaced. This is the code that they're looking for when you input it onto the website. So on this particular one, this is an OOUE, and then you need that 7-digit number, and then that little code at the end. It's quite obvious on the website what they're after, but that's where you find it. And this is printed. If you stand and look towards the top of the window, and you can see actually in the glass itself, it's printed on the metal strip around the glass. And then if you're having them replaced, the other code you'll need is if you open the window, and then on the end of the frame there's another code plate, and they will ask for this as well, and then that just lets them identify the frame that it's actually fitted into, so that they know what they're doing and what glass to bring. So between those two codes they can identify what the glass pane is and whether it's part of the recall, and then they can identify which frame it's fitted in and what they need in order to replace it. So hopefully that has been useful to somebody. If it has, please hit like. If you're interested at all in restoring old Land Rovers, that's what my channel is mostly about. So check those videos out if you're interested in that. Otherwise, have a great day and thanks for watching. Cheers.